6 months. These are M59060, and they are indoor, outdoor, right? And they are your choice of the Allium, which you see down here, and in that they are going to be 50-inch plants, and we have them for you in the purple, or sorry, the blue. It's okay, here's the blue, or the cream, or the purple. Or we have it for you in the pampas grass. And if you are somebody who wants to do sort of this kind of green color, we have the green color there, as you can see, with that feathery top, or we have it for you in the cream. So here's the cool thing here. You love the look of these types of plants, but maybe you can't grow them where you live. I grew up in Southern California. Let me tell you, my whole neighborhood, as I walked along the green belt, that was what the open green area was called in our neighborhood and subdivision, the green belt. I would walk along the green belt, and this type of purple allium was growing all the time. I don't really see it out here in the East Coast. So if this is something that I want to have in my garden or in my front yard or by my front door, now I can have it. Making sure that it's always going to look great. I'm never going to have any cleanup. I never have to cut it back. That's the beauty of these artificial plants. And let me tell you, they have come a long way. I know there are some of you out there that are like, I would never try to pass off these artificial plants as the real thing. They're so good, they really do look like the real thing. What's the difference? Let me just talk about the pampas grass here, okay? Like, one of the things with this kind of grass, we have a lot of this actually at our house here in Pennsylvania. First of all, the long blades are really sharp. So when the kids were little, I always kept them away from it because I was always afraid that they were going to get cut from the grass. You don't have to worry about that here. Second of all, real grass like this, these little feathery tops, well, when these start to die down in the fall and they start sending their seeds out, now you've got spokes of this grass all over the place. The beauty here is you never have to worry about that. They're always sort of in a perfect state. They're never going to grow too big. They're never going to be seeding out and making a mess. You never have to cut them back. Like, we've captured the look of these grasses and this allium in the perfect state of bloom before the different flowers have started to wilt off, the perfect state of bloom before it's kind of half full, half empty, the perfect state of bloom before the foliage starts to wither and not look as nice. Even look at the variety of color that they used in the foliage here. It looks so real. It looks like you have new growth, you have the older growth there. So it really, the company that put this together made it look so real. I also have to say, while we've done some faux boxwood for you this season and some other type of greenery, I love seeing some things that give you some blooms. So there we've used it on our front porch area, which looks really nice. You can plop these into containers and put them on each side of your front door. How about those areas in your home, on the front maybe area, maybe it's around back or the pool area, where you have a hard time keeping things growing? I have to tell you, like, I look at this and I think, all right, there's a couple areas where the dogs always seem to like to play tag, and they're running in and out of the flower beds. They're a little obnoxious. I've got to tell you, I don't want to spend a ton of money hoping I can grow something in those spots, because chances are the dogs are going to trample over them. But these already look established. These are already bigger in size. I can put these in my landscape now, and the dogs aren't going to run over these. They're taller than the dogs. So now I can get that color and that look that I want in my front yard, in those shady areas where you can't get any real color because it's hard to find plants and flowers that give you that in the shade. Now you can. See, you plant it just right into the ground, put your mulch around it. Nobody is going to know it's not the real thing. How many of you have coastal properties? You're down at the beach. It's hard to find things that can take the salt spray if we're talking real plants. If you have areas that flood, it's hard to maintain and make sure they still look great. Now you have that option. These are taller than I think any of the other plants that we've brought to you. And if you can do it, like, I have to say, I kind of love the idea. Let me pick this one up here. Of mixing them together. because you could use the taller kind of interspersed in between the shorter. So if you like these pom-pom flowers, this is your allium, and this is the blue. This is your cream, which always makes everything in the garden glow. And here is that gorgeous shade of, are we calling it lavender or purple? Purple, but it is a lavender color. And then if you're somebody who wants the grasses, I'm just gonna pick this up here and move it down. In the grasses, these nice kind of pampas grasses, we have it with the green. And just so you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems of that. So they're kind of all nestled together, but isn't like, look at that. Like when the wind blows, you're gonna have such nice movement there. I kind of love the cream myself because the cream does have a little bit of like a peachy pink hue to it. It almost looks like, you know, sometimes at sunset, there's like that yellowish peach color in the sky. That's kind of the color that you see in what we're calling this ivory. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems of that, all mixed in with the grasses. And let's not forget, listen, I'm giving you ideas for outdoors because that's frankly how I'd use them. Use it indoors too. There it is on each side of the house, okay? Looks fantastic. Look at the height that it gives. That's the big thing here, the height that it's going to give, the presence that it's going to give to your garden, your patio, your backyard area. Maybe it's the corner of your sunroom or your 3 Seasons porch. Maybe again, you don't have much land out around your back. Maybe you just get full baking sun all the time and it's hard to maintain things and keep them looking fresh. This is the way you can do it. It's less than $50. You're getting a 4-pay easy pay plan, and there will not be a lower price on any of these for at least the next 6 months. That's October. You're not thinking about these things in October. Get them now, enjoy them now, have them out around your pool area. You can leave them out all 12 months of the year if you want to, or use this as part of like the same way you bring out your patio furniture in April and you bring out your, you know, glider in April. Maybe you bring these out every April, leave them out till October and then put them away. That's completely up to you. They're designed to be outdoors. They're designed to be fade resistant and UV resistant. They're designed to, again, if it's really windy out, look, you're not having petals that are falling down. If it rains, it's no problem. You know, again, if these were real flowers, a windy day would be knocking those blooms all off, and then they don't look very nice. Now you have these gorgeous puffy blooms that are gonna make such a statement. Get a couple of them. I'd love to see like a couple of sets of these all clustered together, almost in a little bit of like a, is it Horton Hears a Who kind of a flower. They do have sort of a little bit of a magical touch to them. So here's your purple. This is the allium. This is your purple or your cream or your blue. And you have 3 different heights there. And then those are 50 inches tall. And if you like the pampas grasses, again, got that kind of like feathery look to the top of those. Again, these are not going to blow away. They're not going to seed. They're never going to look messy. They're never going to mound and get out of control. Here's your green. And then finally here is that cream. Only 300 left in that cream if you'd like that. So stay on the line if you're dialing in. M59060. More than 1,200 of those now requested. Our 1-day only price expires at midnight. Well, we always like to head on over and check in on what's happening as a new big deal on QVC2. Here's Rachel Bosing to give you a heads up on what's coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Hey, nice to see you.